in a GoFundMe post. These couldn't jump on GoFundMe and cash out on the Ghetto Lotto fast enough. Her kid was probably still hacking. They learn young. They learned the George Floyd technique very young. I can't breathe, mama. The ICE can track down the illegals. Don't worry about it. They're doing a great job. But your job is to protect the citizens and the safety of ICE while they're doing their job. You don't have to help them drag some illegal out of his house. But you do have to set up a perimeter. Keep these rioters, not protesters, rioters and aggressive, violent agitators out of where ICE is working. And you need to close streets so that people can't inadvertently drive into a riot zone, and have their car hit with tear gas. So their little chow needs to go to the hospital. You see that one? This is fucking hilarious. I made sure I got the story from Mother Jones. Mother Jones is this jig website that does the news. You know, they post editorials in the news, and it's all this insanely biased, anti-white bullshit, anti-Trump, anti-police. They love criminals at Mother Jones. ICE's tear gas sent a 6-month-old to the hospital in the latest alarming pattern. Oh, my God. A mother in Minneapolis rushed to perform CPR. I was giving the kid UPS. CPR on her 6-month-old baby on Wednesday night after federal immigration agents deployed a flashbang and chemical agent near her car, leading several members of her family to be taken to the hospital. The Jackson family, want to be starting some, want to be starting some. The Jackson family told local news outlets that they were coming home from their son's basketball game. Of course. When they got stuck between protesters and immigration agents. They got stuck between protesters and immigration agents. How do you do that? How does that happen? I thought the police were there to ensure the safety of the citizens. They're not working with ICE. They want to ensure the safety of the citizens. Then why weren't they there blocking traffic, diverting traffic away from a fucking riot where ICE determined tear gas was necessary in response to violent agitators? How did the car get through? There's the Jackson family. Oh, my God. They were unable to drive away. That's when, according to the family, their car began filling with chemical irritants. We heard a boom and every airbag deployed. How do the airbags deploy from a flashbang that isn't even powerful enough to hurt people when they launch it in the middle of people? How do the airbags go off unless they hit something? Anyway, Destiny Jackson, the mother, told Channel 11 News there in Minneapolis. She recalled screaming for her chillin' and got out of the car, hearing them say they couldn't maneuver out of their car and couldn't breathe. They learn young. They learned the George Floyd technique very young. I can't breathe, mama. He was just lifeless. He had foam around his mouth and said he had tears coming from his eyes. Yep, that's tear gas, all right. You shouldn't have been there. The cops should have prevented you from going there, but they don't want to work with ICE. I was giving him mouth to mouth, and I remember stopping and I said, I will give you all my breath till you get yours back. Several members of the family were taken to the hospital. Destiny. Here we go. Forget everything I've just read about this story from this story. Forget it all. Poof, put it out of your mind because this is all you need to know. Destiny called the incident very traumatizing in a GoFundMe post. In a GoFundMe post. These motherfuckers couldn't jump on GoFundMe and cash out on the ghetto lotto fast enough. Her kid was probably still hacking up some tear gas when they were already on GoFundMe trying to get some money. Are you kidding? They already got $167,541 for being stupid enough to drive into a riot and for the police not protecting the citizens because it would look like they were helping ICE if they were keeping agitators, protesters away from ICE. So they're letting them do that. They're hoping the citizens get hurt by ICE so they could say, see, Trump's Nazis and brown shirts, stormtroopers, Gestapo are murdering people right there on the street. They're tear gassing infants. They want this to happen. That's why there's no police. That's why you don't see the Minneapolis Police Department at any of these fucking clusterfucks. But they care, and Tim Walz cares. And Jacob Frey cares about the citizens of the people, how dangerous it is to have ICE out there. Then protect your citizens from ICE. Block the streets. Push them back to where they cannot engage with federal officers performing an operation that the president told them to do. Easy as that. Why won't you do that? Again, because they want them to get hurt. They want the citizens of Minneapolis to be injured or killed by ICE agents. It couldn't be more obvious. They want citizens dead at the hands of ICE so they could turn around and say it's all Trump's fault and Nazi, Nazi, Nazi.